What's up, guys? Synthetic Division here today. So today's video, we're going to be chatting about this guy, the Avalon Nano 3S. Now, full disclosure, this unit was provided to me. This is an open box unit, and it was provided to me by Altair. Altair, kind of cool. I was talking with Kris because he had posted a video or a picture about having it on his boat with him, and I'm like, dude, I'm an outdoorsy guy. Like, that's awesome that you could take it on your boat. I mean, you're not, it's awesome. And we had talked a little bit, and he'd asked me what my experience was with these, and I says, well, with the Nano 3 it was pretty horrible. The Nano 3 that I had, within a week the SMD fell off. The SMD mounted inductor coil fell off, and it took the pads with it, so I wasn't able to fix it, and because I had opened it, voided the warranty. So he said, well, let's do this. Do you mind getting an open box Avalon Nano 3S? And I said, I don't mind. If it works, it works. Then we're good. I'm happy with that. So they were nice enough to send me one over. They also sent me a pretty awesome hat that I'm actually wearing, so I'm going to put it back on. And they sent their new dock. Sorry, I dropped the mic there. Their 3D printed dock, which holds the power supply and the miner, and then a couple of stickers and a screwdriver kit. This is pretty nice. I've got to open this up and show you guys because I was thinking with it and I was like, oh, wait, hold on a second here. Send me a screwdriver kit. I'm a mechanic, so I can appreciate tools. So, little button on top, pulls it out, and then you've got all your bits and stuff right there. Pretty cool kit. So, and it says Altair on there right there. Pretty cool of them to do that. They didn't have to do that. All they, we talked about just the miner itself. But what brought this up was, you picture on a boat, and I'm like, I'm going camping this week, so this video will drop on Friday, but I'll actually be gone Monday, Tuesday through Friday camping, and I'm gonna take this with me, and we're gonna see how it works out in the wild. Probably set it up while I'm fishing, hook it up to my solar power bank, and just hang out. I plan on turning off the other miners just because I'll be gone for an entire week and no one will be here to check on them. So that's the plan. Let's take a look at it. Now, keep in mind, this is an open box unit. So, like I said before, I don't open box units, used models, I don't care. As long as it works, I'm happy. So let's get that open. Woo! Tight fitting box there. So we got the top open there. There's the miner. And let's pull this out. I think the power brick has to be under there because this box bottom half is heavy. So let's pull the bottom out. Put that aside. We've got the user manual in Chinese, maybe. Yeah, and then a user manual in English and a bunch of other languages there. So if you need that, a little prerequisite: you will need the Canaan Family app, which I've already installed on my phone. I had it from the other Nanos that I had, so I already had left it on there. There's our power brick. So this is 140 watt power brick. Now, Canaan products, their Avalon Nano and Nano 3Ss are 28 volt PD handshake style. I believe they use handshake 3.1 or the previous generation. Essentially, to kind of break down how the PD handshake power supply works, the miner sends a signal to the cable saying, yes, can you do this voltage? If you can, please send it. That's all there is to it. Now, you can't just send 28 volts to it. You have to do that, okay? So let's get this plugged in. Nice cable with cable straps. Those are always nice to have. And they're fixed to the cable so you don't lose them. That's good. Can always appreciate cable management, guys, because I'm as running as many miners as I do. Cable management is a big deal. So while we have it, why don't we just set it up in this stand like so, and then we'll put the power brick in there. So I guess we'll just slide the power brick in like that. That's actually kind of nice. I think I like that better than the way it usually is, just sitting flat. Plug this in here, and let's actually turn the miner around No, we'll keep it like that. We'll keep it like that. I think what I'm going to do is we'll pull out a little bit of length on this and see if we can't cable manage this to the back here, like so. Oh, we do have to turn the miner over because the USB port is right there. Okay, so now we will take that out like that and wrap it back up so it's not cables everywhere, and we'll plug it in. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. I kind of dig that, not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and plug this in right here. Now I haven't set this one up yet because I figured I'd show you guys how to add them. That'd be cool. Let's see. So we're turned on. We'll wait for it to boot. It's saying hi right there. Kind of cool. And it looks like it has some sort of dongle right here and a USB-A port. We have some information about that coming in the future. So let's go ahead. We're on the app. This is what the app looks like. So we'll go ahead and just hit add. And it says, please approach your device. And then we'll hit search. Turn the Bluetooth on my phone apparently because it's not on. So we'll search now. We'll turn on location services for, wow, okay, they want to know. Okay. Okay, so now we're searching here. Man, they want location services on and they want Bluetooth on, which obviously it connects via Bluetooth to the phone. Location services was kind of surprising. Don't know if I care about that too much. I'm more curious to how it's going to interact when I come from my hometown to northern Idaho for camping, if it's going to be mad because the location will be different. So adding a Nano 3, we're adding a 3S. Okay, so I'll pause the video once it figures out what it's doing here, so hang on just a second, guys. All right, guys, so we got it going. Pretty straightforward, just got to get it connected to the Wi-Fi and stuff. So I'm going to enter my Wi-Fi credentials real fast. Piece of reminder for Wi-Fi stuff for your miners. I highly recommend that you don't use any special characters in your passwords or in your SSID. I don't in my miners. I keep them out because I've had trouble with Canaan products in particular, at least with the Nano 3, to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in my Wi-Fi credentials real fast. It's going to search for networks, and I'm going to use that one, and we'll enter in my password. Okay, so we're saving passwords and stuff. I'm turning it away so you can't see it, but so I can see it. Maybe it'll take some time. Okay, so we have confirmed we're connected, and now's the good stuff. So we'll come in here, generate a new device to recommended change password. Okay, so we're gonna put in a new password. Current pass. Okay, so it's gonna restart after I enter the password. So we'll get it fully set up and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So hang on here just a second. I'm gonna pause the video. All right, guys, so we're up and running. She's hashing good. These do take a little bit of time to get up and going. My pool picked it up really fast, but they do take a little bit of time. So give it some time, guys. Don't get worried when you don't see it hashing for 30, 40, 50 seconds, maybe even a minute. It took a little bit of time. It does get going. But once it gets going well. And I can already feel the heat generation off there. So as a reminder, these products are advertised as mini heaters, okay? So expect some heat from them. We'll have some more breakdowns. We'll be showing some cool stuff coming up. We're going to be doing some mods to this. Not only are we going to be modding the power delivery system, we're going to be modding the firmware. There is a firmware out there that has unlocked this, but for the meantime, I'm getting this set up so that I can get ready to rock and roll and take it on my camping trip with me. I'm going to use it. I'm going to just set it up and let it rock and roll because I'll have all the rest of the miners turned off, and I don't want to lose that chance at that solo block. So let's take a look at through the thermal gun, and you can see that front vent starting to get toasty. Power brick starting to get a little warm. Let's see if we can turn it around. This is obviously the intake side. I can feel the cool air right there. And then we have our exit. Now, remember, these are advertised as heaters, guys. So if they're getting hot, it's because they're advertised as heaters. Okay. So I will be turning this down into a low power, low worker mode. The reason I'll be doing that is because I'm going to be on, so like mine is currently hashing at 6.5 terahash. So I will actually be turning this down slightly in the work mode. I'm going to put it on low. So that way when I go camping, it's ready to rock and roll with me, because I don't want this thing drawing its full power. And see, it was already hitting 137 watts on the meter, and now we're dropping down to what, 80-ish, 77, 75. Oh, we're dropping. Let's keep watching here, because I bet it's going to go super low power, which is great. That's what I want. I don't want it cooking away. And of course I had to add the red color with the breathing. That this I wish we had more options like this on more solo miners. I love the fact that we have, I don't like RGB, but I do love red, and I do love black. So the fact that I have a black box now with the red breathing, this is going to sit in my office for sure, because I love that. So in low power mode, we are 64 watts, which is fantastic, guys. That'll be perfect. So the only other thing that I'll need to do, and before I have to figure out when I get camping if I'm going to have cell service. If I have cell service, I will Bluetooth it. I'll just write to my other phone. And other than that, we will be either Bluetooth it to my phone or I'll have it on my Starlink. One of the two. I'll have my hotspots available. Either way, Starlink works great where I go, but a lot of the times I have cell service. And let's be fair, where I go camping is green grass and a lake, so this ought to be a lot of fun. If it gets too cold at night, I do plan on putting it in my daughter's tent, but it has been a scorcher this this summer. I know you guys are feeling it. We are too. So yeah, that's it right there. It's kind of cool. So far, my experience with this one has been better than the Nano 3. Let's hope that stays true. We have mods coming in the future. Big thanks to Altair for sending this to me. We're going to do a full review on it, but right now we're just doing our setup and our overview and my initial thoughts. For an open box setup, really nice. So again, thanks to Altair for sending me an open box one. Guys, I'm not picky. Okay, I'm not a tech snob. If you want to send me an open box miner to test and play with, absolutely I will. And I'm going to give them my honest feedback. So far, it's good. I think the one game changer versus the Nano 3, this stand right here. Probably by far one of the best ways to set this up. And I'm going to cable manage it nicely so that when I take it on camping, I can leave everything hooked up. The power supply will stay in here. I'll just unhook this wire and we'll be set to go. So, yeah, awesome. Looks great. I really like it in this stand better. I'm going to cable manage it to make it look even better, but I really like the fact that someone's come up with a stand for this. And I know Avoidbit's got something big coming for these too, so that'll be cool to see. Anyways, guys, thanks for taking the time. I will see you after I get done camping. This video will drop Friday, and then I'll probably just drop a little YouTube short because we got a lot of stuff going on about this. But so far, in low power mode, 64 watts. In high power mode, full power, almost 100, and it was 139.6 watts. So very impressive, 6.5 terahash out of the box, and now I've dropped it down to 3.71 at 60 watts, which is pretty good. Um, I'll actually do the math for you real fast to tell you what that is. So it's 20 watts per terahash. Really not that bad. Not bad at all. Definitely a heater, guys. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys after camping. Have fun. Keep hashing. Check out the affiliate links down below. I appreciate it. Every contribution helps to continue making awesome content for you guys. So I really appreciate it. To the guys who've been buying the topped on thermal camera, thank you very much. Because of that, I was actually able to afford the solar power kit that I'm going to be using for this. The amount of people that bought the topped on thermal camera, I've been able to spend a decent amount of basically the entire earnings from that to buy a solar power backup kit. It's going to be awesome. So thanks again, guys, for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. I will be doing a short on the coming up soon for the giveaway. We will be doing that shortly. So hang in there, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate taking time. Peace out.